A shocking incident took place at Shampura in DJ Halli on the last day of last month. A man had been brutally hacked to death by not one, not two, but 11 miscreants. Who was the man who met a gory end? Who killed him and why? Let's find out.
April-May is the exam season. A student named Tausif was going for tuitions in the evening on the fateful day. At a short distance from his house near the Ambedkar Hospital, he spotted a massive crowd which had gathered on the street. Curious to know what had happened, he peeped to see what was happening. He was taken aback when he saw who was lying in a pool of blood. He was shocked out of his wits when he saw the victim was his own father, Yusuf. His bike had also fallen down. Yusuf had lost a lot of blood and was struggling to move or breathe. Tausif immediately threw the books which were in his hands and ran to help his father. He pleaded to the people who stood and watched to help him and his father, but nobody was willing to help him out. As we mentioned earlier, the incident took place right outside the Ambedkar Hospital. It was a boon for Tausif. He rushed to the hospital and called the staff from there to help his father. One of the passers-by called the DJ Halli police and told them that an accident had taken place. Inspector Girish, the inspector in charge of the DJ Halli police station, came to the spot in no time. By the time he could inspect the spot and reach Yusuf, he had breathed his last. As soon as he saw the body, Inspector Girish knew that it was no accident but a brutal murder.
One Yusuf bin Ahmad has been murdered on Shampura main road in front of Ambedkar Medical College today evening at around 7 p.m. He was working as a job typist in opposite BDA. He used to sit in front of BDA and do the job typing. And we have come to know that he was having certain enmity with certain groups of people. We are just investigating into the matter. And some people have assaulted him with sharp weapons today evening at 7 p.m. As a result of which, he was admitted to immediately by some bystanders to the Ambedkar Medical College Hospital, wherein he expired. Despite the doctors struggling to save him, they could not save him.
April ತಿಂಗಳ 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕರಂದು ಈ ಕೆಜಿಹಳ್ಳಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣಾ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಬಸವನಗರದ ನಿವಾಸಿಯಾದ ಯೂಸುಫ್ ಈತ ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತನ್ನ ದೈನಂದಿನ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈತನ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾರಣಾಂತಿಕವಾದ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ನಡೆಯಿತು. ಆಟೋಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ದುಷ್ಕರ್ಮಿಗಳು ಸುಮಾರು 8 ರಿಂದ 10 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಈ ದುಷ್ಕರ್ಮಿಗಳ ತಂಡ ಈ ಯೂಸುಫ್ ಈತ ಬಸವನಗರದ ನಿವಾಸಿ ಈತನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ ಕಾರಣವಾಗಿ ಈತನನ್ನ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಆ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಫಲಕಾರಿಯಾಗದಲೇ ಈತ ಮೃತಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ.
You must be wondering how the cops could conclude that it was a case of murder. Stab wounds were spotted on Yusuf's body that made them come to the conclusion. The doctors also concluded the same after examining the body. The cops registered a case of murder and started their investigations. They inquired from the passers-by about what had happened. The DJ Halli cops were informed that a gang of miscreants arrived on bikes and a rickshaw and stabbed Yusuf to death. As soon as Inspector Girish rushed to the spot, ACP Lokesh, DCP Harsha and Inspector Suresh also arrived at the spot right after. Commissioner of Police Kamal Pant and Joint Commissioner of Police Sharat Chandra also visited the spot a while later. The deceased was identified as Yusuf, a resident of KJ Halli. He worked as a typist at the BDA. He left office at 5:30 p.m. on the fateful day, and the incident took place just half an hour after that at 6 p.m. The broad daylight murder came as a shocker to the cops as well. Sub-Inspector Shiva Prakash and his team were curious to know why Yusuf was killed. During the preliminary investigations, the DJ Halli police learned that Yusuf had filed a complaint against the neighbor Rashid because of the constant problems that his family put Yusuf's family through. When the cops went in search of Rashid, they were surprised to see that his residence had been locked. When they inquired from the neighbors about where Rashid had gone, they told the cops that he might have gone underground fearing arrest in Yusuf's murder. When the cops took the investigations ahead, they found the rickshaw that was being used by the miscreants during the murder. It was extremely easy to identify the rickshaw because it had a poster of Salman Khan on it. The owner of the rickshaw was identified as Ghaffar Khan. When the cops went in search of Ghaffar Khan, they were in for another surprise. He was absconding as well. The cops assumed that both Rashid and Ghaffar Khan were guilty of Yusuf's murder. However, they were still unable to confirm the assumption. They were on the lookout for Rashid and Ghaffar and were certain that the case would be crystal clear if they were taken into custody. The cops managed to get Rashid's mobile number, and when they checked his call log, they noticed that one particular number had been called many times. The number was of Kala Munna, who was a local contractor in the area. With no further ado, the DJ Halli cops took Kala Munna into custody. They knew that he was guilty and hence let the latis do the talking. Kala Munna spilled the beans in no time. Kala Munna admitted that his gang and Rashid's gang together killed Yusuf. It was with his help that they traced Rashid and nabbed him. The other miscreants Yasin, Saifullah Khan, Ajmatullah Khan, Mohammad Salim, Syed Sadat, Mujbil Ahmad and auto driver Ghaffar Khan were also arrested. Kala Munna and his gang had planned on killing Yusuf. In the meanwhile, Rashid and his brothers had also hatched the plan to claim Yusuf's life.
ಒಂದು ಕೊಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಜೆಹಳ್ಳಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ACP ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಅವರು, ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ತಂಡ ಬಹಳ ಒಂದು ವಿಸ್ತೃತವಾದ ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೆಸಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಭೇದಿಸಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ 10 ಜನ ರಶೀದ್ ಖಾನ್, ಯಾಸೀನ್, ಸೈಫುಲ್ಲಾ, ಅಜಮತ್ತುಲ್ಲಾ, ಸೈಯದ್ ಮುನ್ನಾ ಅಲಿಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಲಾ ಮುನ್ನಾ, ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಸಲೀಂ, Sayyid Sadat bin Sayyid Amanullah, Mujamul Ahmad, Ghaffar Khan, Rashid Khan.
On a fateful day, a tennis ball came into Yusuf's house while the entire family was having lunch. Yusuf started quarreling with the young men who disrupted his family time. The quarrel turned so severe that a KSRPC bus had been standing outside his house ever since. Though Yusuf was the typist, he managed to own a 3-storied building in the locality. He had issues with his neighbor Rashid ever since he started living in this particular house. The two could not stand each other and went to an extent of filing umpty number of FIRs against each other. The cops tried their best to make both the parties solve their issues informally, but they would never be able to come to a compromise. Instead, the two parties chose revenge against each other by burning each other's cars.
ರಶೀದ್ ಖಾನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆತ ಈ ಮೃತ ಯೂಸುಫ್ ಖಾನ್ನ ನೇಬರ್ ಇವರ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಆಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಹಳ ದಿನಗಳಿಂದ ಈತನಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಮನಸ್ಯ ಉಂಟಾಗಿ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹಂತಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಜಗಳಗಳಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಆಗಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಈ ಮೃತ ಯೂಸುಫ್ ಖಾನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಕೆಲವು ಕೇಸುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರಶೀದ್ ಖಾನ್ನ ಕರೆಸಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೂಕ್ತ ರೀತಿಯ ಕಾನೂನು ಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಜರುಗಿಸಲಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Rashid was the more violent man of the two. He believed that if he would kill Yusuf, all his problems would be solved. He tried to kill Yusuf not once, not twice, but 3 times. But he was unsuccessful in each of his attempts to put an end to Yusuf's life. Yusuf was the man who chose to go the legal way instead. He would write letters to the authorities hoping that he would be given justice. Him constantly approaching the cops didn't go down too well with all the residents of his locality. They didn't like the fact that the cops visited their street so often. Rashid was unsuccessful in all his attempts. The scenario got a twist when Kala Munna came into the picture. A mosque was being built by Akbariya Charitable Trust right next to Yusuf's house. Yusuf filed an FIR against the trust for encroachment of private property. Kala Munna was a contractor hired by Akbariya Charitable Trust. When Yusuf quarrelled with him, he sketched a plan to make the entire community against him. He spread the rumour that Yusuf was against the mosque being built and that he was anti-Muslim. The construction of the mosque had to be put on hold because of the FIR that Yusuf filed against the trust. Kala Munna was furious with Yusuf for the same reason. Yusuf's long-time rival Rashid Khan then met Kala Munna and sketched a plan to put an end to Yusuf's life. A 11-member gang was formed to put the plan to action. Rashid purchased weapons and handed them over to Kala Munna. He also kept an eye on Yusuf's movements for a couple of days before putting his plan to action. The decided D-Day had arrived. Kala Munna and his team were waiting for Yusuf at Shampura main road in the rickshaw and on bikes. As soon as Yusuf left his office, Rashid, who was at the BDO office, informed Kala Munna about his departure. Kala Munna was all prepared and geared up. Rashid was following Yusuf to the spot where the miscreants had decided to put their plan to action. As soon as Yusuf reached the spot, they blocked his way with their bikes, which compelled Yusuf to get off his bike. As soon as he got off, he was brutally attacked with rods and machetes. The miscreants fled from the spot as soon as they spotted Yusuf lying in a pool of blood. The sight was indeed gory because Yusuf had been stabbed not once, not twice, not thrice, but 23 times. For a murder as brutal as they committed, they are all now where they deserve to be, behind bars. Kiran for News 9.